Dear participants, fellow journalists, researchers and academics, dear audience, you're all so welcome to Kalmar and to this conference for 3 days on journalism in a world of terrorism. My name is Kersti Forsberg. I'm the director of Fojo Media Institute, one of the organizing bodies behind the conference. And we're all so glad to have you in Kalmar. Although the weather this morning with the snow, I don't know, we hadn't really expected that. Sorry about that. But inside it will be warm. And I think this afternoon, when we start the conference with a couple of hours open to the public, with extremely interesting lectures on journalism and terrorism, the two themes and what's happened in between them, the different aspects of journalism and terrorism, and how they actually interact sometimes. We'll also listen to someone speaking about journalism and how do we do the reporting, the investigating, without worsening the conflicts. Then, starting tomorrow, all the participants will continue with seminars and workshops working together, journalists and researchers. And I would say that that's quite unique. Researchers and journalists don't often mix. You could actually say even they might avoid each other sometimes. So I think this will be really, really interesting. We will all work together in workshops and seminars, discussing the way forward, discussing the topic, trying to find sustainable ways to solutions in this different matter. And I'm both very proud that this is actually taking place and quite curious, how will it go when you put researchers and journalists in the same room? So, once again, welcome to Kalmar and to Kalmarsalen this afternoon. Two important matters before we go on. The Wi-Fi, as you can see up here, is Kalmarsalen, and the password is Kvarnen 2, the mill 2. And also important, since you will all be wondering that, what time is the break? There is a short break at around 10 to 3 o'clock. We will have a short pause before the lectures continue. And now I just have one more thing to say before leaving the floor to the next speaker, and that is, I would like on behalf of the organizers to express our gratitude to the supporters of this conference, which is MSB, the Swedish Contingencies Agency, Regionförbundet I Kalmar, Länsstyrelsen, the City of Kalmar, the Newspaper Barometern, Swedish Radio Kalmar, Council of Europe, and Linnaeus University. And now I hand over to Professor Renaud Brosse of Linnaeus University, one of the initiators of the conference and who has made all this happen.
Thank you. Thank you, Kersti. I guess you've said everything already. I'm very moved that this project on which we're working on since 1 year now, together with Kersti and Nina and all the team of Fojo and colleagues from MG department, has finally happened. So I wish you all a good conference, and I would like to stress that this Linnaeus University conference offers a unique opportunity where academics and journalists meet together in Kalmar to share experience, discuss, and reflect the numerous dilemmas journalism in the world of terrorism has to cope with. The diversity of approaches and the dialogue between practitioners and researchers constitute the originality of our gathering today. This joint venture international conference project between MG department and the Media Institute Fojo aims at understanding what it means today to report on terrorism in different contexts. Our conference aims to address some key questions and should give birth to outcomes. Which are these expected outcomes? First of all, to have a far better understanding on terms used in a journalistic context and hopefully a more careful use of the words terror, terrorism, terrorist, etc. Because the role of journalism is to report, not to scare. For the role of journalism is to report independently, not to become a propaganda tool. Second outcome, comparing approaches between the academic world and the journalistic world will help to facilitate the understanding of each other's field and objects. Third outcome, comparing between different societies through an international perspective will help us understand what is happening at a larger arena, on a larger arena, sorry. And finally, whether you like it or not, the threat and the terrorist fact are there to continue. It is therefore important for us to see how far we can pursue our reflection on this issue in the medium and long term. And why not by setting up a network of practitioners and researchers capable of enlightening society and the public on the issues and challenges associated with appropriate and quality coverage of the terrorist phenomenon. I wish you all a fruitful conference. Thank you.